All right, now enough talking about just this team. Let's go down the schedule. But before we do, we were talking 2 years ago. We did the same thing 2 years ago, and we went over our predictions and everything. And, well, we do have the predictions. This is exactly how it sounded 2 years ago back in your office.
All right.
You know, if we can make any playoff predictions, what do you think? Do you think it ends wild card, divisional, Super Bowl maybe?
You know what, I'm going to tell you something. Going 8-8 would be good for the Broncos. They're going to go 10-6 this season. They'll get in the wild card. We'll see what happens from there.
All right, it would have been nice if they did go 10-6. Unfortunately, Mayor Hancock, they went 7-9 that year. So we were just a couple of games off, and no, the Broncos didn't make the playoffs. So let's hope that this time around it's going to be a whole lot better, all right?
Yeah, let's hope so. Yes, absolutely.
All right, you ready to roll?
Let's roll it.
Let's do it. All right, first game of the year, Denver Broncos on the road, starting against the New York Giants at MetLife Stadium. What do you think?
New quarterback. A lot of new players on the Giants. I like the Broncos in that game.
All right, so 1-1. Broncos get the dub in the opener in the 2021 season. Then they go on the road, take on Jacksonville.
Another rookie quarterback and a new coach. First time coaching in the NFL. I'll take the Broncos for another win.
Got 2-0. Broncos doing well so far. Then they come at home, take on the New York Jets in the home opener, a team that really struggled last year. What do you think?
You know what? I call them, this is the team that had the new quarterback. They have Daniel Jones and the Giants, still taking the Broncos. This is where you have a young quarterback who looked pretty darn good during preseason, right? But you got to go with the Broncos coming in to play the Jets. And I think, starting at home against the Jets. And I think, you know, Vaughn and Chubb and that push is going to wreak havoc.
Broncos take a bite out the Big Apple, beat the Giants and the Jets as well. 3-0 to start the season, and then take on Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a very good team as well. All right, what do you think?
This is where the defense proves its mettle. I'm surprising a lot of folks. I'm picking them to start the season 4-0. Okay. They will beat Baltimore.
Okay. Now, you know, Vic Fangio. He's been here for 2 years.
Yes.
0-7 in September. Do you still want to hold on to that?
I'm holding on to it. This is a different team, and we haven't seen this kind of team in a while.
All right. Well, they go on the road, take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Obviously, they were there last year, lost a very close game. What will they do this time around?
Big Ben's going to be too much for Denver. It's hard to beat them in Pittsburgh.
That's an early game as well. Then come back home, take on the Las Vegas Raiders. That's a home game for the Broncos on October 17th.
The Raiders are a mess. Okay. 5-1 for the Broncos.
All right, I like it. Just really quick analysis, right? They're a mess, so we just go from there.
Yeah.
Short week, Thursday night against the Cleveland Browns, a team that some are picking to make it all the way to the Super Bowl. What do you think?
I like this Cleveland team. Denver will not beat them in Cleveland.
Okay, all right. That's a loss for the Broncos. Okay, so let's add it up. 5-2 so far. So you got a little bit of a time off, then you take on the Washington football team at home.
Yeah, you got to like the Broncos' chances against the Redskins.
All right, so 6-2, for football team rather, 6-2. Then on the road, go down to Big D AT&T Stadium, take on Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, the rest of the crew down there. What do you think?
You know, this is an opportunity, I think, for Teddy to prove his mettle, because Dallas defense is not that great a defense. Although I'm going to pick the Dallas Cowboys to beat the Broncos in Dallas. So
got a loss. So Broncos, let's see what we have. See 4. I see 6-3 so far. Okay, then you take on the Philadelphia Eagles, a team that I have no idea who will be the starting quarterback.
I don't know if they know. Yeah, that's why Denver will go into the bye at 7-3.
I like it. There you go, 7-3. Broncos into the bye. Okay, I like that. So how do you feel so far about your predictions right here?
You know, I feel good. I've thought about it. So, yeah, 7-3 going into the bye.
All right, now after the bye, they take on the Los Angeles Chargers back at home at Empower Field, taking on Justin Herbert, a guy who has some tremendous numbers his rookie season.
That's right. He gave Denver hell when they played here as well as in San Diego. Although I think Denver will go ahead and take them out after the bye at home. 8-3.
All right, 8-3 for the Broncos. Then at Kansas City, you know, the Broncos haven't beat Kansas City since 2015. I think the last time the Broncos did, you had more hair. I don't know if that's true.
I had more hair, period, yes. Yes, and a lot less stress. But let me tell you something. I made a bet yesterday against Walter Eisenberg, one of our great hotelers and philanthropists here in Denver, big Kansas City Chief fan. And I said, this will be the year Denver breaks this whatever they have on the Denver Broncos. The Chiefs will break. The Broncos will break it. This is my shocker of the season. Denver will defeat the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead.
At Arrowhead Stadium. I like that. 9-3 start for the Denver Broncos. Okay, now we're going into the games of December. Obviously, that one in Kansas City, December 5th, December 12th. You're at home against Detroit. I'm
going to help you here. Denver will win 2 in a row with the Detroit and Cincinnati. Okay, just because of the instability of those two teams.
Back-to-back W's. Broncos 11-3. Then they go on the road at Las Vegas. What do you have?
Loss.
Okay, so we got a loss right there.
Take the Raiders.
11-4, then back on the road against the Chargers.
They will lose against the Chargers.
Okay, so back-to-back losses. So the Broncos 11-5 wrap up the season at home against Kansas City. Now look, if they're 11-5,
right,
there may be an outside chance that this will be a Sunday night game. I'm just saying, there's so many different scenarios out there. What do you think about this one?
Unfortunately, I'm predicting the Broncos will lose the final 3 games of the season.
Okay.
And they'll lose this game as well.
Okay, so I have 11-6 for the season. With them being 11-6, I'll ask you like I did a couple of years ago. Do you see the Broncos in the wild card, divisional round, maybe winning the division? What do you see they're at?
Boy, if 11-6 don't get you into the playoffs, at least as a wild card, you know somebody went phenomenally off the charts in terms of victory. So this is a playoff team, and I think that's what I'm predicting through this schedule here. I think if they stay healthy, Justin, if they stay healthy and Bridgewater plays the steady Teddy that we know him to be, the Broncos are a playoff team.
11-6 record for the Denver Broncos is what Mayor Hancock is predicting. I join you on that one. I say 10-7, somewhere around there. I think the Broncos will definitely do so well. Mayor Hancock, thank you so much for your time.
As always, bro. Good to see you.
All right, see you next year. We'll do it again.